Hi, my name is Victoria Pollock, and I read Made in America by Laurie Olsen from my book report. The overall scope of this book is a combination of immigrants, education, and a multicultural school, which is studied on how the students interact with each other and the pressure to be an American by speaking the English language. With a mix of American-born and immigrant students' point of view of each other, along with their experience of loss of culture to fit into the American way, the book exposes how the United States education system is lacking support for English language learner students. While it is well intended to have the students learning English, which was made the official language of the United States of America, it is often rushed and not allowing immigrant students to truly learn in the most successful way. With the pressure to be an American, mixing views of other students and the desire to fit in actually ended up creating a self-segregating situation, which in chapters 3 and 4, we see a lot of how the immigrant students will group themselves because they feel that they can't interact with the American-born students due to language and style of fitting in, and that they will get made fun of. And kind of vice versa for the American students. Quite a few of them felt like they were being left out and they were the true minority. And some were just upset that they were immigrants were there, feeling the fear for jobs coming their way. Um, but other ways it was segregated was within the schooling system of classes. In the book, it mentions that in ninth grade English, teachers determine which social studies track for 10th graders that the 10th graders will be in. Once they're on this track, the curriculum given to the student leads to different futures. This is on page 81. The future of these students' paths are determined early in their high school career, not allowing them to go many other places. And the students know that if they are in the lower level, they know that and they're not putting that effort in because they feel like it's kind of hopeless and that they can't. And they're not going to interact with students in the other levels because they just feel like they're in different places. Students often are also with their own culture group just because of that's what they understand each other and the experiences. And quite a few of them lack English skills because the English students are not speaking to them, they're laughing at them or making fun of them, and they don't feel comfortable. Or the English students simply don't want to talk to them. So they're having a hard time building those relationships. Honestly, I found this book really beneficial and it opened my eyes to how immigrant students feel coming to a new environment and the pressure to fit into that environment. I was able to connect with this story in my own personal experiences with language loss. I used to have a really thick accent speaking another language, and I was put in speech to kind of get rid of that. Sorry, classroom lights. And I can connect with that, but also I can see it with, sorry, turning a light on, with my students as they are in my classroom and they don't want to speak much of their native tongue in front of the other classmates. So I could definitely see connections to not only the book and my personal life, but also even what we have talked about in class, which has been a lot of language loss and the connection to their heritage, and also just incorporating the fundamentals of the student's knowledge and identity to all the immigrant students. I really enjoyed reading Made in America as it opened my eyes. And honestly, I would recommend quite a few people to read this book, whether they regularly work with English language students or just someone who's looking to learn more about the world around them. Thank you.